So we've got a football. It's kicked straight up in the air. And when it's kicked straight up in the air, it is in flight. What is the greatest height it reaches? Assume it's from the ground level. So we're starting at y equals 0. And it hits the ground 5.6 seconds. So it lands back in 5.6 seconds. So it's, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say y1 equals 0, y2 equals 0, right? He's finishing and starting in the same place. Actually, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to say y1 equals 0, y2 equals question mark. Watch what I do here. And then v1 equals question mark. We don't know that. v2, we don't know that either. We know a is negative 9.8 on the Earth. And t, now watch what I do with t. I'm going to divide t by 2 and say 2.8 seconds. And actually, we do know v2. v2 is 0, because when it goes all the way up, it's going to have a 0 speed right before it turns around. So I know what v2 is, and I want to solve, it's 0, and I want to solve for what is its v1 if we know that this time is t, etc., etc. So watch how I do this. I'm going to use our, if you will, our v2 questions. What speed did it leave? What was that greatest height? Actually, we have two questions. What's the greatest height? So what's y2? And so to solve for y2, I'm just going to say y2 equals y1 plus v1 I don't know v1. Oh yeah, watch what we'll do. Watch how I do this. v1 t plus 1/2 at squared. So actually, what we're going to say is because the height is as if you just dropped it from this great height. So when you dropped it from that great height, what you're going to have is this velocity at the top right here is 0. So this becomes sort of the 1 right here. So you can just, this equals 0 plus 0t plus 1/2 times negative 9.8 times half our time times 2.8 squared. And that comes out to 38 meters. Okay? The second question, though, is how hard did the kicker need to kick it? And so on this problem, we can use the equation v2 squared equals v1 squared plus 2ad. And we need that 38 from this, so we can say 0. All right, so we know the v2, this is now for, is 0. The velocity 2 is 0, right? Because at the height, when it's at the total top of the deal, equals v1 squared. We don't know that. Plus 2 times negative 9.8 times our 38, which we found just a minute ago. And then we do the math, and we have to play a square root game, and you get v1 equals 27.3 meters per second. And that seems very reasonable.